Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. If you are 50 and above, one of the biggest decisions aside from your financial situation is where and how you should live. Our professional staff at HOW stands for House Calls on Wheels, is ready to help you if you call 888-489-8980 for a free consultation as to whether you should stay in your current home or renovate it with a customized healthcare suite in your attached garage. Yes, you can have living quarters, healthcare suite in your attached garage, or we can attach it to your home. We can install ramps, walkways, and bathtubs, stair glides, and bring in insurance-covered medical professional medical staff that is covered by your insurance, or affordable non-medical help, or move into a senior apartment, independent, assisted living center. We can do it all, or just give us a free call. It has been wisely said that in life you feel in one of two ways. You do without thinking, or you think without doing. Please let us help you do what's best for you to do at no charge. Just call 888-489-8980 and let us know what time we can call you or visit with you at no charge. Remember, asking for help is not a weakness, but it's a strength. Please call us at 888-489-8980 and let us help you stay strong and age in dignity. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789.
And welcome to the brand new year, 2026. As they say, time flies, which reminds me of the two frogs that are each sitting on a lily pad, and one frog turns to the other and says, "Boy, time sure is fun when you're having flies." Anyway, that's supposed to be a joke. And the new year, I hope you take on some new resolutions. And the show, as you know, is titled Bright Side of Aging. And I really am a sincere believer in it. Guess why? I am aging as we speak. And the good news is you are joining me along the process. I got a great birthday card recently from a friend of mine who sent the card. He said that it is so wonderful to be friends because we can age together. And when you open up the card, it says, you go first. Anyway, aging is inevitable, as they say. Wisdom is optional. Our mission in this show is to alert you to how you indeed can age and in place. And when you analyze it as you're aging, the biggest decisions you have is to plan for whatever future you have. It has also been said it pays to plan for your future because you're going to be spending the rest of your life there. I am really excited about having a really super talented individual, Judy K. Frieder, who is got all kinds of accomplishments, and just in her bio, the various designations she has is CEAC, CSA, ECHP, CLIPP. Does that impress you? She is an accomplished living and aging in place professional. She currently consults about home modification and accessibility, as well as living and aging in place. Judy has a BA, Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, and has worked as a mental health professional. She's also provided education for fall prevention and aging in place and served with the Arizona Governor's Office on Aging and the Fall Prevention Program. Judy managed programs for 2 cities in Arizona, and guess what? She worked at the largest center for independent living in the country, Ability 360, where she performed home evaluations for people in Arizona, and also involved with the Medicaid waiver program. She has been involved in helping people provide, remain, and stay independent. She is a certified Living Well with a Disability instructor and also facilitates and caregiver groups through a duet program, which we'll get into, using the program based on Dr. Pauline Boss's works with dementia on her book, How to Find Hope While Coping with Stress and Grief. Judy recently trained with the Alzheimer Research and Prevention Foundation and was certified in brain longevity therapy. She provides education for wise aging groups and local faith nurses and living and age in place type programs. She also teaches about resources and assists for what can be possibly a situation that you never anticipated. That's part of the problem, is that we don't know how vulnerable we are, especially in fall prevention. And needless to say, Judy is active in advocacy and treats people with disability. And she emphasizes their abilities rather than their disabilities. Hello, Judy Frieder.
Hey there. Wow.
Well, hey, you got quite a resume, and I am so
Thank you.
excited to have you on the air. And I really enjoyed our brief conversation off the air, and in terms of your particular personal situation. You not only are helping people, but you yourself have got issues that you're dealing with. So you really are one of the best advocates. And to start it off, I just wondered as to whether you can give us some top concerns that you feel seniors should be aware of, especially in fall prevention. Do you have any sort of top tips that might be helpful?
In fall prevention, one of the biggest things is clutter, and which I'm guilty of, and throw rugs, things of that nature. Just all kinds of stuff that you're not expecting in the house. So you really need to work at picking things up and making it well lit so you can see, and also so that there's contrast so you can tell when there's a step or when there's stairs or, all those kinds of things. Good lighting is helpful as well. Just lots of things like that. There's lots of lists out there that are available, especially on AARP's website. That's a great place to look for references. And it's good to have somebody maybe who looks at things through those eyes, either an occupational therapist or somebody like me, come out and just look at the house and help you figure out what might be a problem. Lots of people do that just to be helpful.
Well, locally, we're very fortunate. As you know, in Michigan, we have the area agencies on aging, and I know that's one of the premier organizations in the country, in my opinion. There's an area agency on aging in almost every state of the union, and I always like to give out our toll-free number, which is 888-489-8980, and currently, I'm in Oakland County, Michigan, so as a result, I work very strongly with what now is called Ageways. And we have consultants that will actually go to your home, including myself, since I'm in that bracket. I appreciate just basics like you brought out. Decluttering the home, making sure the lighting is proper. And as you actually analyze it, I have a theory there is really about 5 major choices that you have as you age in terms of how you're going to plan your future. Number 1, obviously, is you stay in your own home. That's where someone like you, Judy Frieder, can be beneficial in assisting, hey, have you considered these options? If you're going to stay in your home, we have to modify it. And we have a mutual friend, Keith Paul, who is a dynamo in being the CEO and founder of HandyPro, where we actually go in and eyeball the home, make specifications of, let's say, widening the doorways, making sure that your stairways have got banisters on ideally both sides. And what I've also found, it is so important to have something to hang on to. And so many nice homes have got these nice steps in their front, and they don't have any sort of a banister at all for people, a handrail to hang on to. So that's step number 1. And as far as modifying it, you can bring in, help does not have to be, full time. You can do part time type of help. The Jewish Family Service locally, and I'm sure in other states, has free type of volunteer type work. And if you wanted to be active, one of the biggest challenges you have as you age is that you suddenly feel no one's calling me and really I can't be of help. Everybody can be of help. I just wondered, Judy, in terms of your day job, so to speak, can you share a particular situation that you made a positive difference?
Oh, gosh. There's so many. When I was working at Ability 360, there were numerous occasions when people were had a car accident or a sudden fall or something of that sort, and they were in a skilled nursing facility, and they couldn't even go home because their home didn't have, like you said, a ramp or handles at the front door, or wide enough doors at the bathroom or first floor bathroom. And so we had to make some home modifications before they could even return home and get out of the nursing home. So you really, really, really want to look at that and maybe plan ahead so that you have at least the bare bones minimum so that if something were to happen, you would be able to get back in your house again. It's really important.
Mm-hmm. Now, you had some pretty interesting challenges, and you were sharing with me of a particular situation where the contact person was Teresa, and it was quite a challenge for you. Do you mind sharing that story with us?
Oh, gosh, it's been a while, but I think her husband had a work injury, and he was in a wheelchair and couldn't manage at all. So they were living in an apartment, and they needed to find a place where they could alter the situation to make it so that they could, accommodate his needs of being in a wheelchair all the time. So it was very complicated. There were so many different things they needed to look at. A lot of the time he needed to have his legs out straight in the wheelchair. And so we had to accommodate the amount of distance for his legs and the ability of a caretaker to be pushing him to, so it was, you needed to have really large entryways and open spaces and no obstacles on the floor, no impediments, just all kinds of things that needed to be done in order to make it accessible for him.
And, I have a small mind, so I like to keep things as relatively simple as possible. And when you analyze it, the best approach is, like you brought out, is first of all declutter, because there's so many things you accumulate over your lifetime that may have some sort of an emotional involvement, but if you suddenly have a particular chair that's in the way, declutter the place. The next area that's important, obviously, is the bathroom. You should have a walk-in bathroom. Likewise, in the kitchen, there's another area where just lowering the shelving because you can't reach that high. And there are so many great accessible type items that you should consider. And that's why I'm so glad that people like you are around. So as we speak in your current situation, not from the Internal Revenue Service, but what is your particular goal now that we're in the brand new year? What would you like for Judy Frieder, and please correct me if I'm mispronouncing your last name. How do you pronounce your last name?
It's Frieder. Frieder.
Frieder is good. Okay. So Judy Frieder can make you more free. So what would you like if someone wants to get more information from you? What type of an individual would you like to hear from?
Oh, gosh. Anybody who has, here's how I look at it. We're all either going to need a caregiver, know someone who needs a caregiver, or we might be a caregiver to someone at some point in our lives. Just about everybody is going to need the kind of things that I provide at some point in their life. It's almost inevitable. Nobody gets through this life unscarred, so to speak.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, if someone calls you, can you give me a sample of how does the phone conversation go? They say, hello, I heard about you, and what sort of a screening process do you do when they call?
Well, just try to talk with them and find out what's going on in their life, what's going on with the people around them, what their needs are, what could possibly be helped with. There's a lot of other organizations as well as Area Agency on Aging. There's the National Council on Aging that helps find benefits. There's Elder Care Locator that helps with caregivers. There's the Administration for Community Living, ACL, that has programs for seniors. AARP provides programs in the local community for seniors as well. And there's also the disease-related groups, such as the Alzheimer's Association or any of the Cancer Association, Heart Association. Lots of them have support groups and meet regularly and are able to provide a lot of help and information.
You remind me of that philosophy that the next worst thing to not having any choices is having too many choices, okay?
Right.
And what you just described is so appropriate for that. That's why I do the show, and I have the toll-free number 888-489-8980, and I'll be glad to put some people that call in for your guidance on it. And I mentioned before, when you analyze it, deciding whether you want to stay in your own home or moving, we can help you in the transportation. Likewise, there's independent living centers where you can actually be sort of your own homeowner in a way, but it's in a huge home with other people. And now they even have the healthcare suite, and Handy Pro locally can actually add on some living quarters to an existing home. And as a result, if you call 888-489-8980, you can have Judy's input on it, as well as actually doing something physically locally. And I just wondered if you, in your own situation, have you actually worked out a game plan for yourself as well?
I certainly have. We bought a house 10 years ago, and when I bought this house, I looked at it through the eyes that I use to evaluate a home for anybody who is going to need some modifications or care. And so I bought a house that has one tiny little 3-inch step in the front. It has all flat floors. It has a shower that you can get into easily with just one little step, and could be, in the future could be altered to even take that out. Big, wide hallways, huge not halls, but aisles in the kitchen. The door to the bedroom is a double door to get through. I mean, I just looked at this house through those eyes that said, if you need to be, in a wheelchair, or if you need assistance, or if you're not doing well, would this house work for you? So you really should start to think about that maybe when you get a little bit older. And I'm like you. Mm-hmm. I'm aging too.
Well, you just gave me an idea, and that is that, when we're young and you're concerned about the school system for your young people, mm-hmm. if as you age and you want to make a move in an area where you're near a retirement home or a senior community. And likewise, right. I think there's a market for actually homes being senior home friendly. And in fact, one of the really exciting projects for this coming year, and hopefully get you involved, is with Handy Pro, where we are designing what we like to call a senior smart home, whereby in the
wonderful.
home you would have capability of monitoring your loved one, or even in an existing home. Now with technology, you can have small little cameras that are unobtrusive, and you can keep an eye on your loved one no matter where you are. And
right.
that is all available. Many people are not aware that it's available. You can live in your own home, for example, and we actually are doing this in Michigan, whereby if you have a loved one that you want to monitor their heating system, you can do it all by way of technology. Mm-hmm. We're in an exciting type age, and I just wondered, and since we have just about 1 minute left, is there any sort of words of wisdom that you'd like to pass on to someone who's aging, hopefully successfully? What is a tip that you feel might be appropriate?
Oh, gosh. Just to really always continue to be aware of your surroundings, your circumstances, your own physical health and mobility. And if you start to notice those things slipping, don't be afraid to ask for help. That's the most important thing. People just try to push it under the rug. They feel ashamed. They feel like it's a something they did wrong, and it's not. It's just a natural part of aging, and there's lots of help out there. And like you say, there's wonderful technology, and there's even little monitoring devices that you can wear on your wrist that measure all kinds of things and predict fall, the possibility of falls, and can really make a difference in people's lives. So
right. It's available.
Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yep, it's available. All you got to do is the magic 3-letter word is ask. It's been a delight to have you on the air. I only have enough time now to wrap it up. And good luck, and stay well, and age successfully. God bless.
Thank you.
Right now, I'd like to leave you with my favorite thought, which is yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with the bright side of aging.
Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is IKE ENGELBAUM, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other in achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, entrepreneursnetworkofmichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now. If you are 50 and above, one of the biggest decisions aside from your financial situation is where and how you should live. Our professional staff at HOW, stands for House Calls on Wheels, is ready to help you if you call 888-489-8980 for a free consultation as to whether you should stay in your current home or renovate it with a customized healthcare suite in your attached garage. Yes, you can have living quarters healthcare suite in your attached garage, or we can attach it to your home. We can install ramps, walkways, and bathtubs, stair glides, and bring in insurance-covered medical professional medical staff that is covered by your insurance, or affordable non-medical help, or move into a senior apartment, independent, assisted living center. We can do it all, or just give us a free call. It has been wisely said that in life you feel in one of two ways. You do without thinking, or you think without doing. Please let us help you do what's best for you to do at no charge. Just call 888-489-8980 and let us know what time we can call you or visit with you at no charge. Remember, asking for help is not a weakness, but it's a strength. Please call us at 888-489-8980 and let us help you stay strong and age in dignity.
And I can't stress that magic word, dignity. I think one of the biggest frustrations people face in life is that they do not appreciate being appreciated, if that makes sense. And in fact, as an entrepreneur, you exude a certain attitude and how you feel about yourself. And never let anyone intimidate you. The only person that can intimidate you is you yourself. And that's why I'm so excited about now working with various service organizations. I am a proud member of the Optimist Club as well as the Rotary Club. And if you're planning a strategy for the new year, join up with your local club. You're certainly welcome to be a guest in West Bloomfield, where I'm out, in the suburban sort of area. But Detroit Rotary Club and Optimist Club, and almost every major city in the country has an equivalent organization. The beautiful part about those type of organizations is that these are professionals who you join up in order to help someone else. The greatest deed you can accomplish in life, in my opinion, and it's only my opinion, it's not my initial recommendation, because it's actually Maimonides, who was a brilliant philosopher and teacher. He said the greatest gift you can do in life is to make someone else's life easier. Our whole world right now, unfortunately, is involved in such turmoil in terms of trying to create problems that could be eliminated by simply being able to be self-sufficient. And our tagline for the Entrepreneurs Network is that if it's to be, it's up to me. And I thought it would be appropriate that if for the new year that we consider taking a self-evaluation, take a self-inventory. And I have a free self-analysis questionnaire that I'll be glad to send out to you if you call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. I still believe in physical papers, although we have a webpage, EntrepreneurSNetworkOfMichigan.com. We can post it on our webpage, but I thought I'd share some of the highlights of how you can identify your strengths and your weaknesses. And simply put, with a new year, why not consider number one, what is your goal? What have you actually got in your mind that you would like to pursue? We can help you through our network. Now our Entrepreneurs Network meets monthly. We're taking a hiatus for January and February. And March, the third week, we meet 8:30 in the morning at the Scramblers Restaurant at 12 Mile and Orchard from 8:30 to 9:30. So you are welcome to join us. You just pay for your breakfast. I also encourage you to join up with a local Chamber of Commerce. I'm a proud member of the Lakes Area Chamber of Commerce, and the membership fee is very, very reasonable. If you are interested in being a guest of mine, we have weekly meetings where you rub elbows or brush elbows or do fisticuffs with fellow entrepreneurs. So step number one, once you have a goal, simply put down how do you plan your first step. Every one of us has certain desires that we have, and many times we don't follow up because we don't surround ourselves with the right people. We're here to help you in that area. Number two, as far as your current situation, you want to add on to what you're doing and or replace it, and we can help you in that arena as well. If you are in business, have you done what we call a SWOT test? A SWOT test stands for strength, weakness, action, and a time sensitive. Whoever your competitor is, or the largest competitor that you have, what is their strength? What is it that they are not doing that you could be doing? And once you identify that, what action steps are you going to take advantage of that particular spot? And you have to have an action plan. For lack of a better start, why not just start with a blank sheet of paper? We all get up at a certain time of the day. Let's assume you get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you try to be in bed at 9 o'clock. Well, why not just take a simple sheet, write down 8, 9, etc., right till 9 in the evening, and identify what am I going to do for that particular hour or half hour, a quarter hour, and also how am I going to make sure one of the most important things possible, and that is your health. I have a schematic which is best described as the balance of life. It's a wheel of where you identify the 5 most important parts to your life. When you analyze it, you have 5 of the most important things that you should be taking care of. Number 1 is your health. The number 2 is your family. How are you interacting with your family and also business associates? Then the other one is your career. What is your strength? And why not maximize on that particular strength? So that's the career portion. Then the 4th most important aspect is your spirituality. No one should ever think that they are the person that can do and accomplish everything. You are one individual, you have strengths, you can do miraculous things, but you are not self-sufficient. You have to have some form of spirituality in terms of appreciating that your superior being has put you in power. I do not want to get into the religious aspects. Whatever your belief system is, believe in it as long as it's intended to help and not hurt anybody else in your life. And then the 5th aspect is giving back. That's where these service organizations come in handy. So after we take a brief break, I'd like to get into the nitty-gritty of it. How do you balance your life and the 5 most important parts of it? Please don't go away. We're going to be right back.
Over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
And I just want to let you know in my personal life what my goals are in terms of we're describing how you can live a balanced and hopefully circular type life, like a wheel of life that's not wobbly, but it actually is a good wheel. As I mentioned, joining up with the Rotary Club, our chapter in West Bloomfield has taken on a project called Music Men's Minds. And you might want to incorporate that in your particular life and in any service organization. Please check out musicmensminds.org. What it is, the history of it, is Dr. Christine Rosenstein, who's a psychologist whose husband has Alzheimer's and was trying to communicate with him, decided to take out a series of drums, several drums, and start beating on them. And guess what? Her husband started trying to duplicate the rhythm. And then she added percussion music to it. And guess what? He is now back to almost normal. If you are interested in starting this concept in your church or organization, there is now drum circles. I'd love to have you involved. And it's simple, and it's fun, and it's helpful not only for people who have mental issues, but for normal, quote-unquote, people as well, to be able to get together and match each other's rhythm. And the other project that I'm really proud about is that if you belong to an organization, why not find out of each member what their day job is and how you can network together. You know, you analyze it, so many times you're so busy calling on people for the first time to entice them to come along with you in your particular project that you forget these are people that you already know. Help them achieve their goals, and they will help you achieve yours. And following up on my comment, I have a schematic. If you check on our website, entrepreneursnetworkofmichigan.com, or my name, Ike Engelbaum, IKE ENGELBAUM, you'll have a circle showing you the spokes of what I just described, of health, family, career, and spirituality, and joining up in the community. We can work this together at the respective meetings, or you might want to implement it in your particular area. When it comes to health, obviously, you want to make sure that you have a team of medical people to identify your basic symptoms as to what you have to have. There are so many different health organizations out there, it's almost impossible to evaluate all of them. But it's very important that you take on your personal responsibility. Make a schedule for yourself that how much exercise you're going to do. If you're going to do an hour or 30 minutes or even 10-minute segments throughout the day, do that. You know, they say that sitting endlessly is almost worse than smoking like 6 packs of cigarettes a day. Why not take 5 minutes out of each hour and just walk around? Then the next important spoke in your life is family. How close are you to your children and to your relatives? And why not identify, and just we have that on the schematic. It's available to you for free. You could do an evaluation so you have a specific day of the week or maybe once a month that you call your relatives that you haven't been in touch with. Or how about your friends that you may have gone to high school with or grade school? How are they doing? Why not take a certain amount of time and take a concerted effort and give them just a hello call? And by the way, on a practical basis, if you have an elderly friend, you would be amazed just calling them on a routine basis to see how you're doing, how helpful that is. And in fact, at the Caustic Senior Center and most senior centers, they have what they call a hello type program. If you would like to participate in it, you call someone that just wanting to be in touch with another human being is invaluable. And I can't help stress how important that is in staying connected. The other part of your life you should consider is career. Identify your strengths. Don't go into any sort of a business venture just because you've got a friend of yours who to you may not be too wise, or actually you don't think he's wise at all and is successful, but is in a career that is making him quite a bit of money. You figure, hey, if he can do that, I can do that. Guess what? He may have the talent to do that. You may not, and you are going to frustrate yourself on going into an area that you don't really have the qualifications. You have to have the qualifications. Once you identify what you really have a passion for, we're here to help you and getting you the right type of mentors. You have to have a buddy system, so to speak. And that's what the wonderful thing about the Entrepreneurs Network and the Chamber of Commerce can do for you, or the Rotary Club or the Optimist Club. You've got fellow professionals that are, if the fact that they joined the organization means that they are giving type people. Remember, and it's been said so many times, and especially since we've been through the holidays, how wonderful it was that if you gave someone in need what they needed and you saw the gratification that they had, how wonderful that was. So give, because giving indeed many times gets you so much more than you had given out. And particular in a career, give yourself every chance possible by learning who is out there that's successful and learning from what they're not doing that you could be doing. we can help you in that area. All you got to do is call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. I really cannot stress how wonderful I feel when someone calls me and I can give them guidance that helps. I'll be glad to help you. All you got to do is call. And when it comes to the spirituality, you should have a day of the week or a time of the day that you take some time and meditate and appreciate what life around you is all about. Zig Ziglar, who is regarded as the founder of entrepreneurship, had a suggestion where you take a spot in your home and have a chair. He called it the thinking chair. And he would take 10, 15 minutes a day, and if you have a spot in your home where you just look out into the beautiful, wonderful weather that right now is not the greatest in Michigan, but it's still wonderful, and think about your life and how you can take more advantage of the wonderful things around you. And then, of course, a community. And I stress the importance. Join up with either a church group or the Rotary or Optimist Club, but join up like that saying or the lyrics from Barbra Streisand's song, "People who need people are the luckiest people in the world." I won't sing the song, and no one wants to hear it. But surround yourself with people. Nothing beats human being to human being connection. And I would love to connect with you if you let me know. All you got to do is call. And once you decide on a particular career path, give yourself a time. It's very important that if you have an idea and you want to pursue it, think through exactly how the action plan is going to be. One of the simplest ways is very simple, and that is I learned this in my career when I was taking the course in pharmacy. We had to evaluate certain powders by testing them as to what the ingredients were in. So number one, the way it worked is that what is the purpose of this project? Number two, what apparatus, what will I need to make it happen? Number three is how am I going to do it? And once I've done it, what are the results and what have I learned from it? I can send you those particular format and a schematic if you'll just call us. Right now, I got to wrap it up, and I just want to encourage you to call me at any time, 888-489-8980. And I'd like to leave you with my favorite theme for the new year and the rest of your life. That if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there's no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.